this joint go crazy. This DDG, Ty Dolla $ign snapped on this joint. Shout out to Hitmaker too. Come on, let's make some noise for DDG because DDG just dropped his album, Blame the Chat. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Off-market properties or any fixers or anything in real estate. I am a real estate investor. And shout out to Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're supposed to do it. Woo! Blame the chat. Let's go, DDG. Woo!
Hello, Uzi Vert, Tasmania Show.
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 You already know what it is.
Oh yeah.
Flipping my chips, yeah. I'm getting rich. Running up digits, counting up six. My money flipping. Let's take a trip. Standing on business, tycoon rich.
Wagwan gang, back in this thing. You tuned into the Tasmania Show. Let's make some noise. We back at it. You know what I'm saying? Working on being more consistent. I want to sincerely just apologize in advance for my lack of consistency as it pertains to dropping podcasts. I've been doing a lot of work. This is no excuse. But before I go any further, you already know that this episode of the Tasmania Show is brought to you in part by Tide Water, the best natural spring water. Y'all know I'm from VA. You already know it's something in the water. Shout out to Pharrell. You know the festival. You know the vibes. Make sure you tap in the best natural spring water, black-owned spring water. And if you're interested in sponsoring or being a part of the Tasmania Show, if you want to do collabs, if you want to do mukbangs, if you want to vlogging, hosting, media coverage, or interview, make sure you contact me at tasmaniashow@gmail.com. So if you would like to, talk business, we can do that as well. Before I get into the podcast, there are some things I need to make sure that I bring up. The thing that has been keeping me busy, very, very busy. Like I said, I've been booked and busy. I'm blessed by the best. So grateful for everything that God is blessing me with in my life right now, trying to balance everything. I'm a musician, I'm a YouTuber, I do marketing, I do a lot. But if you do not know this about me, I'm also a real estate investor. So these past few weeks have been very intense for me. So I needed to make sure that I brought that up on my podcast. So if you are interested and you have properties, or if you have like anything like fixers or anything below market value, contact me, taz@flipper.io. That's TAZ@FLIPUR.io. If you want to contact me there, or you can text me directly. I have a lot of phones, so I'm reading off the screen because I have multiple phone numbers, but my phone number is 814-648-9403. So if you do have off-market properties or fixers priced below market value, contact me at 814-648-9403 or at the email taz@flipper.io. I'm going to make sure that I put it in the caption and everything. But yes, y'all know, been hustling. I'm a tycoon wearing a lot of hats. So that's important to mention. Today is May 5th, Cinco de Drinko. So let's make some noise for anybody that's turning up today, just to give y'all context. Today's the Met Gala. Today's the first day of Diddy's trial. It's a lot going on. We just got into May. You know what I'm saying? It's Mental Health Day. Shout out to Shanti Das and the Silence to Shame organization, nonprofit. I do want to just make sure I get some of these shout outs out, before I get into the topic. So I do want to shout out the homies. Want to shout out to Mikey. Want to shout out to Rachel. Man, an amazing group of people, like a peer support group in a sense, that comes together to talk about life, books. We have meetings, every Monday and everything on Zoom. So a lot of things in the community. Like I said, if you guys don't know Mikey, she is amazing. A life coach, motivational speaker, soon to be author, rapper, just an extraordinaire. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you follow the homies. Homies is with an X instead of an O. Only for the homies. Let them know Tycoon sent you. So we're going to be doing a lot. We talked last week about sound baths and, retreats and things like that. So I'm trying to make sure that I bring all of my community people together. Who else? Oh, shout out to Champagne. You already know us. You get it popping. We're doing some work over the weekend. I linked up with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I think that's AFSP. I was with them over the weekend, and NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness. If you guys do not know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So me and Champagne and myself are going to be collaborating, doing different things within the community. So make sure you stay in tune with that. If you don't know, I am a mental health advocate. I did lose 5 friends to suicide. So I, I released an album called Mentally Ill. Some songs I have called Damaged Goods, Mentally Ill, What else do I have? A couple of songs. I even did an event called Paintings where you turn your pain into painting. Shout out to Sean. We did that at the workshop in Richmond, Virginia. We did one in Atlanta as well. Shout out to Scotty. Shout out to Amari. Been doing a lot in mental health for some time now, but been doing a lot lately. So for those of you that have been like, where's Taz been? She ain't been dropping vlogs back to back or podcasts. I've been doing a lot in real estate and a lot in mental health, trying to keep my mind and my soul and everything, all in alignment. Who else? And then as far as music, I have been cooking. That's another thing too. I've been in a stew. I just finished like 18 songs, no cap. You know what I'm saying? Make some noise for Tycoon. I got new music coming soon. Shout out to my homie Tommy G. He just reached out to me. So if you are interested in sending me any beats, or if you would like to be a part of this project, I'm looking for like lo-fi. I'm looking for all different types of sounds and stuff like that, but just contact me. You can hit me on Instagram or TikTok under Tasmania Show. I am on TikTok a lot more, frequently now. But yeah, those are just, like I said, that was 5 minutes here of just announcements and things like that of what it is that I've been getting into. But let's jump into the podcast now. So you already know you're tuned into the Tasmania Show podcast, brought to you by Tide Water, the best natural spring water. Let me go ahead and get a sip. Okay, so some of the things that there's been a lot that's been going on. I did recently also I did an event with Kelly J in the Vegas Thrill volleyball tournament. That vlog should be coming out tomorrow. An author's vlog. I went to a pool party with Nicole, Hottie's pool party. There's been a lot going on. But DDG, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I've talked about DDG literally every episode. Let's make some noise for DDG because DDG just dropped his album, Blame the Chat. Man, it was a beautiful, beautiful thing to witness. If you watch the Hitathon, man, it was like the first of its kind. He really made history. You already know DDG is a valedictorian, big YouTuber, fashion icon, all those different things. And I think that it's amazing to see how he continuously elevates himself, from music to... from YouTube into music to fashion to Twitch to all of the things that he's doing, man. And I think it was a very unique experience. I think he's changed the trajectory and raised the bar for how musicians are gonna create. I see Tyga, he's doing a lot of live streaming. I see there are a lot of artists, but for DDG to make the album, and it really felt like a community album. He put these different tiers, like if you hit 40K subs, he was going to cut his hair, he was going to get a tattoo. And I've also saw that since he's dropped the album, he's taken it up a notch. So I think it's like if you hit 50K, he's going to drop a deluxe, he's going on tour. So it's like a great call to action. So I can say that if there's anybody that you guys need to be studying, is studying DDG. Like I said, the album is fire. Y'all let me know in the chat, in the comments. I think one of the things I said that I was going to do recently is not just drop podcasts, drop reactions, Tycoon talks, but I think I should just do a live reaction to DDG's album because that joint goes, man. For real, I've been playing it all weekend, and I'm actually going to play, you know what I'm saying? I got a few favorites that I'll let y'all know, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to play this joint right here. Woo! This joint go crazy. This DDG. Blame the Chat. Ty Dolla $ign and Rich the Kid. You already know. Woo! Damn. Woo! Shout out to Hitmaker too. Come on. I'm trying to speed. Yeah. Man, y'all gotta look at the live stream. That joint look lit, gang. They snapped on this joint. Woo. Yo, Ty Dolla $ign snapped on this joint. Woo. Okay. Woo. Blame the Chat. Let's go, DDG. Woo. Speed. Woo. Speed. Woo. Woo. Speed. Oh, this joint is cut off, gang. Nah, let's make some noise for DDG, y'all. For real. Nah, I'm telling you, like, DDG, he not missing, gang. This album, like I said, has been incredible. I've had it on repeat, you know what I'm saying, over the weekend. Let me see, I'm gonna pull up the tracks right now so I could tell y'all. Like I know I love the one with Queen Naja and Rob 49. Blame the chat. Pump 4. Pump 4 is a vibe too. I really like Pump 4, y'all. That joint is let me see, Pump 4. See, I'm trying to make sure I remember the titles without even looking it up just yet, y'all. Or I could just look on my phone. Cause so here we go. We got Fine Shit featuring Bia. Shout out to Bia. We got Speed featuring Ty Dolla $ign and Rich the Kid. Motion featuring The Baby, GTA, Skilla Baby, Pump 4. I'm reading all the tracks, but let me tell y'all my favorites. That was what the purpose was. I really like Pump 4. I really like Man on a Mission. Dang, I like Do What You Want. I think I saw him and Woo Wop performing that together at the album release party. Excuse me. What I Prefer. Oh yeah, he got Wendy Ortiz in that video. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw that he's about to do a video with another John, Lemonade featuring Wiz Khalifa. I thought he was gonna put the other Wiz Khalifa song on the album, but maybe he'll put it on the deluxe. Nah, DDG snapped. Like I feel like if you are a person that is on Twitch and you've been following DDG, you feel like we should get like credit in the album. You know what I'm saying? We was a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like what he's doing is like very disruptive, like La Russell or Ryan Leslie. Like, you know, he cut his dreads off on live stream on Twitch, and then in the cover you can see he's holding the dreads that he cut off with the one little dread. Like, it's just a very community put together album, you know what I'm saying? So I just think it's amazing, you know, how he was able to bring everyone together. Even looking at the album release party, it looks amazing. I feel like it's really about to change the way that artists are going to release their music and how they're going to collab. Like I said, I'm studying, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking notes, but make sure that y'all, like I said, check out DDG's album, Blame the Chat. You know what I'm saying? Let me know your favorite song. Like I said, DDG, you on one, gang. You on one for real, for real. Yeah, like I said, the music has been great lately. What else is popping today? Oh, today, like I said, Cinco de Mayo. Today is the first day of Diddy's trial. I think they're selecting the jurors for the trial. I saw that Diddy, it's interesting for me because, like, I try to make, not that this isn't positive, but I'm not a messy person. So it's like, I'm not really trying to talk about negativity. I do want to make sure that my platform does highlight things that are going on, but I don't want it to be drama or like dragging anybody. We all have things going on, you know, and I don't want to make jokes about anything that anyone is going through, you know, but I do want to make sure that if I'm talking about things that it's just positive, it's just reporting. It's not no messiness, no clip farming, clickbait. I'm not trying to do none of that. That's not my steez. That's not my energy. I feel like if I don't have nothing nice to say, I'm not going to say anything nice at all. But as a journalist, you know what I'm saying? It is a part of my duty to make sure that, you know, I'm updating you guys on what's going on. So like I said, today is the first day of Diddy's trial. I heard that he recently rejected the plea deal, and that his argument or his defense is that he is a swinger. He is not a conspiracy of RICO or racketeering or leading anything, a criminal enterprise, and that he's also claimed insanity as well. I think they said Cassie is going to be taking the stand in this trial. There's a lot of people that have come forward, but if by Diddy rejecting the plea deal, just to give context, I didn't realize that he will be facing life in prison. So this is a very intense thing. I'm not sure if any of you guys watched the A$AP Rocky trial with A$AP Relly. That was they could turn that into a series. This is no joke, because obviously A$AP Rocky was fighting for his life. You know, he's been going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like A$AP Rocky is a very confident, charismatic, cool dude. You know what I'm saying? But even when he got arrested, I don't know if that was Amsterdam. I don't know what country that was, but I think Trump got him out of it. But just even thinking about, like, you know, more money, more problems. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, and I'm not saying that this is the case with Diddy or anything like that, but as you ascend and as you elevate, like, there are going to be people that, like, you're a target. You know what I'm saying? It could be your friends, it could be your family, it could be your exes, it could be your currents, it could be your past, your present. You know, you don't know, but you just got to be very careful and just understand that, like, you may think that you may get away with something, but karma, you can't escape karma. You can't escape energy. You know what I'm saying? You can't escape the things that are meant to come for you. So, like, if you do something bad, it may not come in the same way that you delivered it or from the same person. So we got to hold ourselves accountable. You know, I know that Diddy has family, and another thing to mention, I don't know if it's any revelation to this at all, but recently Misa Hilton, who is the mother of Diddy's firstborn, Justin Combs, is suing Mary J. Blige, which is Justin Combs' godmother, for some business with Vado, who is another Harlem rapper. Shout out to Vado. Like, I rock with Vado. He's worked with Cameron. He's worked with DJ Khaled. Vado been around making music for a minute. Dope artist. I don't know the specifics. Like I said, shout out to Lauren LaRosa. If you want to know the specifics, you got to go to her podcast, Brown Girl Grinding, or the latest with Lauren LaRosa. She really be like on point, like really. Let's make some noise for Lauren LaRosa. By the way, like I said, I've been studying, paying attention. Want to give the journalists out there doing their thing, they flowers. I don't know what's going on, but I thought it was kind of weird and messy because I think that she started off as Mary J's stylist, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on in the Combs family, and I think that, you know, we're used to seeing them as like hip-hop royalty kids, you know what I'm saying? I will say that, you know, seeing Justin and, you know, Christian dancing, seeing the twins, like I said, I don't know all of them personally. I have met some of them on occasions at different events and things like that, but you know, at the end of the day, that is somebody's son, that is somebody's dad. And, you know, there's certain people that's going to ride for you right, wrong, or indifferent. I know, God forbid, that if I did anything wrong, my mom, shout out to my moms, you know what I'm saying, she's going to ride for me. She always does, and that's what family's going to do. So while we're over here pointing a finger like, yo, he wrong, he did this, that, and the third, there's a group of people that still really love and honor that man, you know what I'm saying, and his legacy and everything. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, like, you know, this is not a laughing matter. You know, I pray that justice is served for anybody that was disrespected or, you know, assaulted in any kind of way, you know, but I just know today is the first day of that. And like I said, it's Cinco de Mayo. What else? The Met Gala is started today as well. Let me see. I might do another episode. I got to figure out how to like put little, you know what I'm saying, clips of the fits. I think I'll be able to figure that out. But, oh, yeah, Monday, yeah, the Met Gala, you know what I'm saying? I saw Tiana, she always got something fly. I heard LeBron backed out of the Met Gala because of a knee injury, but his wife, Savannah, I heard she gonna be on the red carpet going crazy. That it's been a year later since the Kendrick and Drake beef, and, you know, Kendrick is on tour, on the GNX tour with SZA, doing his thing. I know that Drake is typically, you know, notorious for the summers, and I thought that when he dropped Nokia, you know, that was his, like, you know what I'm saying, way in. I don't know how it's going to go, but Kendrick thought he was playing chess, it seems like, and Drake was playing checkers in this situation. You know what I'm saying? It has been probably one of the most invigorating hip-hop battles of all time. I know, funny story time real quick. When I was a little girl, I remember I was in South Carolina at the time, and Ether had just dropped. And I had to be, I don't know how old I was, but I wasn't old enough to curse at all. And I don't know, I got in the car, I was in somebody's Yukon Denali with my mom. And all I know is, like, I loved music growing up. My family always, you know, had me around great music. Shout out to them. My Nana, rest in peace, just always having me around good music. But I remember when I got in that truck, I heard, fuck Jay-Z. What's up, niggas? Like, and I know, please don't clip this like it's fuck Jay-Z. No, it was from Ether. And I remember as a young girl, like, I don't know why I liked it. I guess, I don't know. Like, I just liked the aggression. And from that day forward, like, I just became a huge Nas fan. Like, that made me a Nas. Like, I didn't like Jay-Z just because I had heard that song. I'm just like, I don't like him. Like, I don't know. Like, this song makes me not like this guy. You don't like him, I don't like him. It was funny. You know, but that was one of the most aggressive songs, and I loved it as a little, like, I loved it so much, you know what I'm saying? But we didn't have social media back then, so I don't know the impact of what the beef was really like. You know, I'm experiencing this in real time. Like, you know, I saw Drake and Meek and Common and, you know, Drake and Pusha T, like Kanye. We saw all of that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, for every battle that Drake went through, got to Kendrick, and it was just like, wop, that fuck him up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But not even to be funny. Like I said, it's a sport. It's you know, it's a battle. You know, being an athlete, you know what I'm saying? You know, once an athlete, always an athlete. But being a person that played basketball, being very competitive, like, that's just a part of the nature. You know what I'm saying? If you want to play the game, people get upset, take their ball, they want to go home. Like, it's a sport. At the end of the day, you know, we like to watch the competition in basketball. We like to watch the competition in football. We like it in soccer, all these other sports, boxing. So why don't we like it? Like, I feel like it gets a little bit more sensitive. What they say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I don't know what it is about rap, but it's like, I feel like it doesn't have the same acceptance of the athleticism or the competitiveness that's permissible when you're fighting in sports, you know. But speaking of sports, I do want to say huge shout out to the Sanders family. Again, I am a little bit late, but I want to say congratulations on everybody that got drafted, you know, but specifically to Shedeur and Shedeur Sanders, you know what I'm saying? Like seeing with Deion Sanders and the family in Colorado and everything that they're doing, there's been a lot of controversy about when he was drafted, when he was supposed to be drafted, just a lot of crap. And I will say, you don't see many black men that are actively being fathers, you know what I'm saying, in people's lives, you know what I'm saying? Like I can speak from personal experience, but I'm not going to get into that. But fathers that want to be a part of their kids' lives, you know what I'm saying? So seeing him and all of the controversy and the speculation and just like the privilege, you know, people making prank calls, I think all of that's nutty for real. You know, the people that feel like, hey, he shouldn't have been drafted 144. He should have been this, him and Tom Brady. There's been so much going on, and I feel like it's honestly a distraction from the cause in general, right? Like we encourage the nepotism of people of another race, right? But when LeBron brings in Bronny, it's a big deal. Or when Deion is right there, it's like when you see an active father trying to do everything in his power to make sure that his son is secure in whatever capacity that is, it's just like there's other things that they don't like it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see us, you know, black people just, you know, being a family. They want to just find some type of dysfunction. And I think it's unfortunate, but I do think that the way that Shedeur carried himself, you know what I'm saying, amidst what was going on was so highly professional. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you're supposed to do it. Shout out to Shedeur, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's how you're supposed to carry yourself. You know, never let them see you sweat. Don't look like what you've been through, you know, and you know, it ain't built for everybody. That's why everybody isn't successful. Everybody can't silence out the noise. That's why meditation is so imperative, and journaling. Shout out to Rachel. I was just talking to her about this book I just finished called Go Higher. Just like I've been journaling so much, been doing so much meditation. Shout out to Boho Beautiful, Side Guru. Just really tapping in and making sure that, you know, I'm in the right alignment. 6 degrees of separation is real. Your vibe attracts your tribe. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got good energy, then stay your ass inside. You feel me? But just want to make sure that, like, I'm around people that are smarter than myself, that can pour into me. You know, I kind of feel like I'm always that person that's pouring into everybody, you know, so I'm grateful for the teachers and the people that are in my life right now, you know, that are pouring into me. I'm looking at my list. Yeah, I think I did cover everything today. Like I said, I just want to recap a couple of things. You know what I'm saying? This episode of the Tasmania Show is brought to you by Tide Water, the best natural spring water. If you have any off-market properties or any fixers or anything in real estate, I am a real estate investor, and I would love to see some of your properties. You can email me at taz@flipper.io. That's TAZ@FLIPUR.io. Or you could text me at 814-648-9403. Yes, I had to look at the screen because I got 3 phones, so I got to remember everything. Shout out to the homies. You know, it's Mental Health Awareness Month in May. And, you know, I'm just trying to get my scheduling and everything right. Discipline, accountability is my best ability. My mission and my goal, I'm going to charge this in my head, not my heart. My mission is to drop at least 3 videos in this style, you know, per week. So whether that's 2 podcasts and a tycoon talk or a reaction or something, or even a vlog, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to give you at least 4 videos a week. Like I said, I'm balancing and juggling a lot, from real estate to mental health to the stuff that I'm doing with kids, marketing. There's a lot, music, you name it. So I'm really gonna try to find balance. If there's anything specific you guys want me to react to, something you want me to read, a conversation or a piece, you know what I'm saying? Put that in the comments under the hashtag tycoon talk. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be like my TED Talk, where I'll just break things down. I was just talking to my homegirls about this, Mikey and Rachel, about just, you know, speaking on different things, you know, that this thoughts, you know, that I might have on different topics that might not be me sitting here talking about what's going on. So thank you so much for tuning in to the Tasmania Show podcast. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. If you want to collab, if there's something that you want to do, make sure you tap in with me. I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. I got merch coming soon, all that good stuff. Shout out to Tazzies, Baddies. You already know. Your lady's favorite rapper, Taz Tycoon. Let's go. I got a family to feed. Gotta keep planting these seeds. Always extended my hand. Nothing was handed to me. I stuck to my script. They sending me scripts. This shit was planned to be. I had to stick to my plan. Hey, now everybody can see. Tide water flooding these streets. Shorty go dumb in the sheets. It's 1500 or it ain't nothing. Josh going dumb on these beats.